In this video, I'm going to talk about tips on how to continue to work on Leave It with Bean. So once you have gotten really good at doing the Leave It in the hand, in the palm of your hand here, like I'm showing you now, once that looks good and you feel good about it and you think Bean's got it down, you're going to go ahead and move up to your placing it on the floor or the place cot, wherever you're working with. And then once you feel good about that, you are going to try tossing it on the ground, still while you are low to the ground with her. I like to either squat down or sit on the ground with them, and just make sure you are ready to cover that treat up if need be, if she does try to go for it. One thing to remember, very important, is to, when you ask for the Leave It, wait for her to give you that eye contact before you reward her. Do not reward her if she is leaving it alone but not looking at you, still focusing on the treat. Make sure you get that direct eye contact, even if it's for a second. Try to catch that eye contact. If you're having problems with the eye contact, you may be looking for too long of an eye contact. Even if it's just for half a second, you gotta catch it and teach her, yes, that's what I want from you. And slowly you'll notice she'll start to look at you even longer and just wait for that treat to come from you instead of the treat off of the floor. So once you feel good about this, you are going to move on up to the next level and you are going to stand up. So this is more
Leave it.
enticing. That's the word. Enticing for her to go get that treat because she feels like, oh, I could probably make it before I were able to get to it. So what you want to do is you kind of want to have your foot ready to just step on the treat if she does go for it. So here I am standing up, tossing it on the floor. I'm asking for a Leave It as I'm tossing it on the floor.
Leave it.
So there she kind of went for it. I kind of stepped in front, but she quickly left it alone. Again, waiting for the eye contact. Wait for that eye contact. Then say yes or click your clicker, whichever one you're doing, and then bring the reward. Now you're going to notice a lot of pauses in this video because I did pause a lot while treating her, while giving her reward, just because it takes longer for me to give her reward because we're working on taking the treat easy, and so I just didn't want that to take up a whole lot of time in this video. I encourage you, if you're not already, to start using the word easy for when she's taking her treats. And remember, jackpot rewards. What is a jackpot reward? Jackpot rewards is 3 to 5 treats. So instead of rewarding her 1 treat, you would reward her 3 to 5. And this is really good for things that she's struggling with or new things. I like to give jackpot rewards in the beginning when I'm teaching sit, when the dog doesn't know sit quite yet. But then I'll move on to, once it's an easy thing for them, I'll just give them 1 treat. But for new things and for hard things that they struggle with, do a jackpot reward. Super rewarding for them. And something you might not have known is dogs can count. Dogs can count how many treats you're giving to them. So if you go 1 treat, 2 treats, 3 treats, that was 3 treats for them. Now, if you give them a handful of 5, even 10 treats, that's still 1 treat to them. So make sure you're giving them 1 single piece at a time. 1, 2, 3, just like that. Okay, back to our Leave It tips. So after you have dropped things on the floor, you're going to put a slight delay behind your Leave It when you ask for it. Because in a real life situation, you're not going to know you're dropping something until it's already on the floor. And so you're going to ask for a Leave It a lot later than, while you're dropping it. And so add a slight pause in that Leave It. So ask for, drop the thing, hits the floor, leave it.
Easy.
So just a slight pause. That makes it a little harder.
Good.
Once you have mastered this and Bean is doing great and you're feeling great about the game, start doing things like I did there. I kind of took a bowl and took a little knife, pretended like I was making something in the kitchen. Now I am carrying this bowl and you know, I'm pretending it's, you know, a snack I'm taking to the living room, or whatever the real life situation may be. I pretend, oh no, I dropped a piece on the ground, and I'm going to just walk by her, allow her to walk behind me, and then drop something. Wait for it to hit the floor, then ask for a leave it. It just makes this a lot harder, a lot more realistic of a situation. And you can do this with anything. You can leave it with toys, other dogs, whatever, however real life you want to make it. Whatever she's struggling with specifically at home. If there's something specific that she's struggling with at home, use that and make it a training session. Now, last but not least, you can also up this a level by having a more enticing treat. So I'm using a Vienna sausage, very enticing, very smelly. And I'm starting over from the beginning. I'm holding this thing in my fist again. Then I'm placing it on the floor. Then I'm tossing it. Then I'm standing up and tossing it. It's gonna feel like you're restarting because this is a lot more enticing, but that is okay. She's gonna work through it really fast, as you can see here in this video. She gets the hint real quick of what she's supposed to be doing. She's like, oh, this is the same exact game, just a little harder. And so this is really gonna help reinforce her leave it and make it a really strong leave it for real life situations. So when those situations do arise, you have a way to keep her safe and keep her away from whatever it is that she needs to be away from.
Okay, easy.